All right, so Alex Pereira, the UFC light heavyweight champion, is going to be in the corner of the one and only Sean Strickland when he goes up against Dricus Du Plessis once again at UFC 312. And a lot of people have got a lot to say on this, and I've got a little bit as well, so I'm going to take you all through it. DC thinks it's a bad idea. I've got a theory on why he's doing it. The reality is, for Alex Pereira, flying to the other side of the world a few weeks before his title fight against Magomed Ankalaev, that a lot of people think is the toughest matchup for him at 205, and I'll probably agree with that as well. They think it's a bad idea. Daniel Cormier said once you go out there, you go to Australia, you got to deal with jet lag, different food, the training regime won't be the same and all the rest of it, okay? And they are all valid points. And by the way, the whole time Pereira's doing that, Magomed Ankalaev is working his goddamn ass off, okay? Because Pereira, if he beats him, he becomes a legend himself, okay? And every single time he's standing there with Sean Strickland and doing all that type of stuff, Pereira's not advancing his game. He's not defending takedowns and all the rest of it. So what is going on? So first of all, as we know, Strickland fought Alex Pereira, got knocked out, and then since then, very humble of Sean, by the way, he's gone off and he's been training here and there with Alex Pereira. Listen, if you can't beat them, join them. That is a humble guy to do that, okay? But it's not the first time we've seen it. Just recently, Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya, they've become training partners and besties of sorts as well. So it's all well and good. You know, listen, guys that fight in the UFC, they have a lot in common. And once you get past the competitive rivalry, you kind of find out we're not that different after all. And hold on a minute, did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup!
And obviously Pereira's going to be fighting Magomed Ankalaev next. And Sean Strickland has trained with Magomed Ankalaev. So there's definitely some synergy there. And there's some ways that Sean Strickland can help Pereira. Tell him what he does in the gym and all these types of stuff. Oh, and then also, by the way, we're going to talk about, does it even matter? Will it help Sean Strickland that Alex Pereira's in the corner? Do you think Dricus Du Plessis, coming from South Africa, is going to be intimidated, mate? Can't do a South African. But do you think he's going to be bothered? Do you think he's going to give a shit? Do you think he's going to look across the ring and see the light heavyweight champion and be like, oh my God, I'm going to get shammered? No, Dricus ain't going to give a shit. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so first of all, the reason Alex Pereira is going to Australia is because he's going to get paid a shit ton of money, okay? There'll be appearances galore. He's the biggest star in all of the sport, okay? He can do a signing, he can do appearances, he can do a seminar, he can just show up at a bar and have a few beers and he'll get paid. And what I'm talking about is this. Look, listen, it's a long time since I was the champ, okay? And I still get those opportunities. I had one last time for UFC 311. All I had to do was show up at a bar. They were going to give me $15,000. And it's a long time since I was the champ. And I was never the biggest star in the sport like Conor McGregor or something like that. And I still get those opportunities. So Alex Pereira right now, being the star that he is, being the current champion, I'm telling you, he'll go off down to Australia. He'll make like $150,000, okay? And then on top of that, whilst he's there, he gets to be a good teammate. He gets in the good graces of everybody. Everybody thinks, wow, what a guy. This man's incredible. He's so sacrificial. You know, he puts others before himself. So it's a nice little PR move. But he's probably, and I don't know this, but he's probably going to get paid a ton of money. And of course, he is friends with Sean Strickland. That's legitimate.
No parking spot, ass.
Shama.
Oh, ready to get hit in the head.
Shama.
Jama.
He's going to show up and he's going to be a good partner. He's going to be a good friend. He's going to be a good teammate, which is what they've become. So fair play to Alex Pereira. I'm very happy for him. He's going to go to Australia. He's going to get paid. He's going to be in the corner. Now, does that even matter? Okay. First of all, you're allowed 4 cornermen. Okay. 4 cornermen. That's a lot. You don't need 4 cornermen. When I had 4 corners, I would have Jason Perillo, that was kind of my head coach, my striking coach. I would have Brady Fink, that would be my jiu-jitsu coach. Shout out Brady. And then I'd have a wrestling coach if we were up against the fence, okay? And then there's a 4th guy. And you're like, who's the 4th guy going to be? Well, it was my mate. It was my son. It was never my wife, because she didn't want to be there. Why won't you come?
I just don't want to.
She won't come.
I don't want
She won't come. But you know what I'm saying? The 4th person just goes to someone of not even relevance, just someone that means something to you, okay? That's why you see some fighters, they'll have like a random kid that maybe is going through some problems and things like that. Maybe they're sick. They do something special for them. And that's a beautiful thing to see. So that's what's going on there. Like in my career, I mean, I had I had my son in the corner. I had some friends in the corner. Shout out my mate Jacko. I had Quinton Rampage Jackson in the corner, much like Alex Pereira. He was the UFC light heavyweight champion and one of the biggest stars on the planet. When I fought Dan Henderson at UFC 100, 2009, he was in the corner. He had fought Dan Henderson. He beat him by decision. He had a lot of things that he could provide and tell me about throughout the training camp. But it didn't matter because I still got sparked out. I still got knocked unconscious. Even though Rampage wanted to help me and he was there and he was in the camp and he was in the corner, it didn't matter because, boom, one right hand from Hendo and I went down, right? I was out like a light. He was also in my corner when I fought Vanderlei Silva. Of course, Rampage Jackson fought Vanderlei a couple of times, lost in pride, but knocked him out cold in the UFC. Vanderlei came down to 185. We ended up fighting each other in Australia, UFC 110, I want to say. He was in the corner again, and I was robbed on the judges' scorecards. Yes, I was. Go yourself if you think differently. So it doesn't matter, okay? But it's a little bit of moral support, right? It's great that Alex Pereira is going to do that. I don't think it's going to affect his fight against Magomed Ankalaev. That's about 5-6 weeks away, something like that. So it doesn't really matter. It's not ideal. It's not optimum. But you do have to make the most of these opportunities. He isn't going to be the champ forever. And yeah, okay, he probably gets paid $3 million, $4 million, $5 million. I don't know. But he gets paid a tremendous amount of money. And you would argue that, well, if you can make 100K in Australia, that pales in significance. And it does. But still, you want to spread your fan base. You want to go out there. You want to connect with people. That's how you grow as a star. You got to maximize on this opportunity. I always remember when I was on The Ultimate Fighter, and this is kind of related, when I was on The Ultimate Fighter as a contestant, Tate Fletcher, he gave me some wonderful advice. He said to me on the first day we were there, when we were doing team selections, he said, we've all been given a grape here. We've all been given a grape, and it's up to us what we do with that grape. And I didn't know what he meant. And he said, some of us with that grape, we're just going to eat that grape and it's going to feel good at that moment in time. And that's being here on The Ultimate Fighter. That's enjoying the moment. That's being on TV. That's having your 15 seconds of fame. He said, but some of us are going to take that grape and we're going to make wine, okay? And some of us might turn the wine into a vineyard.
Are you intoxicated?
It goes on forever and ever and ever. I feel like I did a pretty good job of turning that grape into a vineyard. And that's what you want to do. You want to go out there. You want to connect with people. You want to make the most of this opportunity. You want to use your brain. Sure, Alex Pereira doesn't speak English. Dricus Du Plessis came out and said that. He said, it doesn't matter. He doesn't even speak English. Sean Strickland can't understand the word. And you can go, Shama, all you want, all day long. But I think the fact that he's going to be there, I think that's a solid move. And it just speaks to the type of person that Alex Pereira is. It's going to make it fun for us commentating because I'll be there with DC and John Anik. We'll see Pereira in the corner. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, when you're in the ring, it's just you and your opponent. You can have the best corner man in the world, okay? And ultimately, that doesn't matter too much. Yes, when you got those 60 seconds in between rounds, you need somebody to connect with you, to calm you down, to give you a little bit of technical knowledge. Sometimes you need somebody to really hype you up and say, what the fuck are you doing? Have you worked your ass off to show up and fight like this? You need to fight. You need to get your shit together. Think about your kids. Think about your wife. Think about your financial situation. Think about all the hardship that you've been through and then use that as a motivation. Different people have different styles, okay? Sometimes people just need clear, calm advice. I hate it when you sit down in the corner and someone goes, okay, 10, 9, 8. It's like, bro, you're wasting 10 seconds. I can breathe and I can calm my mind if you casually give me instructions. The reality is, Alex Pereira won't be doing any of that stuff. He'll be maybe in the locker room. He'll help him warm up. He'll be there for moral support. The fans will get a kick out of it. I don't know about the financial side, but as I say, I would put money on it that Pereira's going to have a bunch of appearances lined up. It's UFC 312. Pereira's going to be the biggest star in town. The Australians absolutely love mixed martial arts, okay? And they're going to love seeing Alex Pereira there. He was already down there before doing something when he took a short notice fight with a broken foot. So he's going to go down there. He's going to cash in, and rightly so. You know, he goes out there, he works his ass off, he entertains the world, the masses, the crowds, the people in the arenas, the people at home, gives us viral, sensational knockouts, okay? So the man should be enjoying himself and he should be getting paid. And that is what's going on down there in Australia. And whilst he's there, he's going to jump in Strickland's corner. Now, it's a very, very close fight. I'm going to make my predictions this week. I haven't done that yet. So thank you for watching. I'm in my suit. By the time you see this video, Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov will have already happened. Shara Bullet MVP will have happened. Sergey Pavlovich will have already happened. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not commentating the fight. I'm making predictions. So I have MVP, and I hate saying that because I love Shara. If you haven't seen that interview with me and Shara, you got to check it out. Shara's the absolute man. And we've got a lot in common, obviously, with the eye stuff. And we had a beautiful interaction and a great interview. So thank you for that. And I really, really don't know about this fight. It is a coin flip. But I've got to go with Mike because he's English and we're friends. You know what I'm saying? He would think I was a prick if I went the other way. But it's a tough fight for both men. In the main event, Izzy's going to smoke Imavov. Izzy's going to absolutely smoke him. As I say, by the time you see this, they already happened. So put me in my place. Talk shit if I'm wrong. Remember, members' videos dropping every single day. So if you haven't signed up to the membership program, do yourself a favor. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, ring the bell. I've got interviews with Sean Strickland, Dricus Du Plessis, Tatiana Suarez, and Zhang Wei Li, the champ. This week, I got interviews with them. So if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section. The best ones I will ask. Thanks for watching. See you soon.